They just slap harder. Get it? Hockey sticks, slap. No? Anyways. Hey guys, what's up? It's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. And I'm here with another recommendation video. I know it's been like over a month since I've posted anything, and I'm trying to get better about that. Like I said, this school year is just really kicking my butt. And as a teacher, when you spend all day talking, when I get home from work, I don't want to sit in front of a camera and continue to talk. I'm fried and I have no motivation to just do anything. But I do have Christmas break coming up in a few days. I have almost 3 weeks off, and I'm just hoping to get refreshed and become alive as a person again, because I really do want to get back into posting things. And I didn't do an October wrap up. I didn't do a November wrap up. I might still do them, like combine them into one video. I don't know, but for now, recommendation videos are just easier for me to film. And lately, I have been on quite a dark hockey romance kick. I know back in March, I said that I was done with hockey romances and I couldn't do it anymore, and I think I found out why. I can't do contemporary, like rom-com-y hockey romances. They have to be dark. I have found that there is just something extra special about a dark hockey romance, and 2023 was the year that this subgenre just really took off. I have to credit Massery for starting this, because Brutal Obsession, the first book in the Hockey God series, did come out in December of 2022, and since then, there have just been so many more dark hockey romances that have come out this year. In fact, I think every book on my list is from 2023. They've all given me something to just obsess over and escape into. So without further ado, here are those dark hockey recommendations. First one on my list is honestly going into my top reads of this year. I read it over Thanksgiving break, and I still have yet to find a book that even comes within a fraction of me liking it as much as I liked this. This is part of a duet. It's going to end in a cliffhanger, but it's going to be so worth it. So you have Broken Puck and Filthy Puck. And I'm sorry, Filthy Puck is the first one in the series, but this is written by Anne and Claire Marta, and this randomly came across on Goodreads as I was looking for a recommendation. I was specifically looking for a dark hockey romance, and I think I clicked on Brutal Obsession, and then I went to books that were similar to that, and this popped up. And you guys, it's those hidden gems. It's always the hidden gem books that I end up obsessing over. But this is a bully romance. And you guys know that is like my #1 trope. So I think what I loved so much about this story is I honestly felt that there were elements pulled from all of my favorite books and series. There were parts of that I felt like were similar to Binding and Keeping 13. I felt there were parts of Punk 57, and there were parts from the Hockey God series. There was just so much going on, but it worked. So our story is between Carter and Bailey, and they were childhood pen pals because Carter happened to move into Bailey's house after they moved out and moved into a bigger one, and she left him a note behind saying, hey, you're moving into my old bedroom, we could be pen pals, and they just created this great friendship. Then you flash forward to present day, and before they start their senior year of high school, Carter and his single mom, they find themselves evicted from the house. Bailey, her family in like the last decade, they've become very wealthy. Her and her brother go to a really prestigious private school. And at the beginning of the story, she finds out that her father made some bad investments and they are going to lose everything. And now they have to move back into their childhood home that they were renting out to Carter and his mom. Well, because of Carter and his mom being evicted, another string of events happens, and Carter really truly loses everything. And so when he finds out that it's Bailey and her family, he's not holding anything back. And I have to say, I loved the pacing of this book. I think another element I really loved is with this being a bully, you got to see the journey of the bully, because this book, they started off as friends, because he doesn't find out it's her right away. And so you see them develop this great friendship. And then as soon as Carter finds out it's her family, like I said, all bets are off. This story was just so amazing. It ends on a cliffhanger. There is abuse, there is trauma, there is alcohol addiction. I cannot, this duet is so amazing, and it's so gripping, and it does set up a series, so it will be found family and the other hockey players will get their books. But please go pick up this book. I know this one was a longer one to explain, but I even ordered the physical copies. They're on their way, but go read these. They are just incredible. And then next we have Bad Intentions by Mila Kane. This is the first book in a hockey bully romance series. This is the only one that's out right now, and I believe book 2 is going to come out at the very beginning of February. But this was another one that I just really enjoyed. So this is going to be Coach's daughter. What's really interesting about this story is, so you have Caden and Lily, and Caden lives on the rough side of town. Like, nobody likes to go over there. They know it's really dangerous. And Lily's dad is the superstar hockey coach at the high school, and he really wants to move on to the college level because he knows Lily's graduating soon, and her parents have just had this dream that they all stay together. Now, the ironic part is Lily wants none of this. She wants to get out. She wants to go to California and leave her family behind. But anyway, her dad is so desperate to win the season that he brings in Caden from the other side of town. But to keep him on the team, he has to end up fostering him. So Caden is already in the foster system. He's got a rough home life. And so her dad moves him in, and you have a foster brother situation. And it's close proximity. What makes it a bully romance is that Caden is very guarded over his life and things that have happened in his past that he doesn't want people to find out about because he just wants a fresh start. And when he thinks that Lily might have that information, he decides to get the jump on her first. So this was just a really great story. I really enjoyed it. And once again, it does set up another found family hockey series, and I'm just really excited to see what's next. And then a new release from last week, we have Sticks and Stones by Massery and Sylvis. I did have the honor of being able to be an ARC reader for this. I am part of Massery's ARC team, and so anytime she's got a dark hockey romance, I am all diving in. I really enjoyed this one. So this one was not a bully. It was more enemies to lovers. And I have to say, this felt like a very refreshing enemies to lovers. My big gripe with this trope is I feel like a lot of authors say it's in the book when it really is only like 10-15%. They bicker a tiny bit and then it's over. I don't feel like that's enemies to me. This one, you had all of the reasonings, you had the backstory for it. I will just get into it. So we have our two main characters. So we have Ren and we have Stone, and they have known each other since high school. Stone is best friends with Ren's foster brother, I guess. And so I think it was like the prologue, chapter 1 or something. Basically, at the end of senior year, something happens where Ren is going to get in trouble with the police. To avoid this, she plants some evidence on Stone, and he gets in trouble in the process. And since this is so close to graduation, I think he was going to sign with the NHL right out of high school. And so this jeopardizes things and really delays it. And so then you flash forward to, I think, 2 years later where they are in college, and Stone ends up transferring to the school that Ren and her foster brother go to. And Ren had recently been dumped by her boyfriend. And so by another string of events, they both move into the foster brother's house, and there's only one room for them. And so you have one bed proximity, and Stone is just not going to let things go, as he rightfully should. Ren has this whole dark past because her father is a piece of crap and he's in prison and she's scared of him. So you have romantic suspense in this as well. I just really enjoyed this one. Like I said, the enemies to lovers trope, it was just done so well in this story. But I really, really liked it. It was fun and it gave me something new because I feel like all the hockey dark romances I read are bully. So this was a little bit different, but either way, it was still a great read. Okay, and then the Pucking Wrong series. So I picked this up in October because I was asking people for really toxic and unhinged recommendations, and somebody sent me this. And I will say, when you go on Goodreads, a lot of the reviews are either 1-star or DNF because I guess when this book first came out, there was no trigger warnings. There was nothing indicating it being a dark romance. However, when I picked this up in October, there were trigger warnings. There was an entire content page saying this is a dark romance. So I just ignore that because it says it now. But anyway, This is very unhinged. I would even put this in my unhinged toxic romance video that I did at the end of the summer. First book is The Fucking Wrong Number, and Lincoln is trying to text a girl for like a one-night stand or something, and he texts the wrong number. I can't remember our female protagonist's name anyway, but you know, they kind of flirt back and forth, and Lincoln sees a picture of her, and it's like that instant love at first sight. I have to have her. I'm obsessed with her. And so he tracks her down, and he does absolutely everything to make her his, like, I think going and getting her fired, evicted, all of that, so she'd have to rely on him. Like I said, extremely toxic and unhinged, but it was a good time. I really like that one. And then the second one was The Fucking Wrong Guy, and this is Lincoln's best friend. He forces himself, or like he causes himself to be traded in the NHL to another team so he can get his former love back. And just like the first book, he also goes through a whole string of events of trying to get her fired, evicted, break up with her boyfriend, all of this to get her. Like I said, if you just want a really good, fun time with some toxicness and unhinged guys, this was a really good series to read. And then I think the third book is coming out in January. Also has an interesting setup. Of course, I cannot finish this video off without mentioning my personal favorite and what inspired this video, the Hockey God series by Massery. Like I said, I think she just started this entire trend, and I'm telling you, if you have not read a dark hockey romance and you love hockey romances, you are missing out, because there's just something extra special about it. But yeah, you have Brutal Obsession, Devious Obsession, Secret Obsession, and Twisted Obsession. And then the fifth book is coming out in, I think, early February once again. And I am so excited about it. So the first two books are bully romances. The third one is like a stalker revenge. And then the fourth one is reverse age gap, amnesia plot. There's a whole lot going on, but I absolutely love this series. I am so addicted to it. I actually think I might want to do a reread over Christmas break, maybe vlog it. I don't know, because Brutal Obsession, I did first read it last year. But I just love this series. It's so much fun. But the first book, Brutal Obsession, the one that started it all, it is a hockey bully romance. And Grayson and Violet, Grayson breaks Violet's leg in the prologue. And because he doesn't want to lose his entire NHL future, he blackmails her with this information. And it's a great plot. It's a great book. I don't know what's wrong with me that I love dark romances so much, but I still love my light and soft, fluffy books. I do have to say, but these dark ones, they are really hitting right now. Okay, so that is going to do it for the dark hockey romance recommendations. Like I said, if you have not tried a dark hockey romance yet and you happen to love this subgenre, pick up a dark one. I'm telling you, it's fabulous. I mean, don't even necessarily start with a bully. Start with sticks and stones, make it enemies to lovers. I don't know, but they just slap harder. Get it? Hockey sticks, slap. No? Anyways. Okay, well, as always, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully I will see you guys before the new year. Bye!